Hey guys, Adam here at DirectionTrader.com. Let's do a recap from the trades taken today in the live trading room. There's only three of them, one gold trade and then two different ES trades. But towards the end of this, I'm going to talk about the nuts and bolts of this video, and that's using like a cluster of indicators at a certain price to determine, like the strength of that price, the likelihood of market to actually turn around at that price. So let's start out here. The ES right out of the open. We took a long on the ES here. We had some resistance or some support through here. We took the first Fibonacci halfway back long, looking to trade back up a little bit higher, and we didn't get that. I ended up only doing two contracts. I took +2 and then break even just before the market started to sell off. Now at this time, it was about 10 minutes after the open, but we had a nice push up here on the tick, and it had used 0 as its support. But then as the market started to top here, the tick started to pierce through that 0 level. The tick down here started to push through that 0 level, so we drug our stop up to our entry price and took a scratch on the second half. So +2 on the first one, and then moving forward, price decided to continue to trade up. As it did, we had a little band of chop through here that we were looking for. Sure enough, we went from low to high after it retested the open of the day. That's what this yellow line is. Retested today's open, pushed up, made a 50% retracement at our support area. Went long again, 4 contracts on this one. Actually, on this position, I took +2, -2. So, ended up being a scratch, break-even trade. So, a little bit rough here on the ES today. As soon as the tick started pushing in our direction, we got no conviction or no follow-through, I guess, to the upside on either one of these positions. So, 2 ES trades for a whopping 2 ticks. That's it for the ES today. We were going to take a short here, right before the lunchtime. We were looking to take a short here, but down here in the tick, let me go ahead and talk about what I was looking at here. On the tick over here, if you look, we have a high in price and a low in price. At the same time, it falls right here. That was the high in the tick. Here's the low in price. Tick started making a higher high as price was making a lower high. So we had a divergence down here on the tick as price was still pushing down. So I said I'm not interested in shorting right here. Sure enough, it chopped up a little bit. This took a long time. For an ES trade, this took a long time here, guys. A lot of chop in here. But basically, I didn't see any ability for this to follow through to our final target, which is a little bit further down here. And I seen this starting to push up. So I said no to this trade. We got a little bit, probably would have got a free trade, but ultimately you can see what ended up happening. So make sure you watch the tick, guys. I was talking about having both price and the tick in my favor. And if both aren't, then I will X-nay, cut bait, and get out of it. No trade for me. So moving forward, let's, I think I got a snapshot here. Yep. Let me grab a snapshot here of what was going on in gold, and I will also show you the live version of what was going on in gold too. So let me just set this stuff out of the way. This is a snapshot that I took today of gold. This wasn't too long ago. This was about an hour. No, it's about an hour and a half now. Anyways, what we did was the gold, we have obviously been in a little wedge here, guys. And at the moment, we were pushing our way down. So what was I looking for? We had a nice little area of support here that got broken. And when it broke, this had high speed. So high speed to the downside, guys. A lot of momentum to the downside. So what's that tell me? It tells me, hey, look out here. There's a lot of speed to the downside here. A lot of speed to the downside. I want to look left and find out where this thing is going to retrace to. So that's what I did. I found this area. So there's my resistance. Now that happened to be, I took from the high to the low. That happened to be the 38% retracement right here. And also it's out of this little snapshot here, but I took one from this high to this low, a Fibonacci, and the exact price level at 38% was the 61.8% on the smaller time frame. So not only do we have a very good resistance here for price, we have two separate Fibonacci's converging at the exact same level. So we have a confluence of Fibonacci's. So that's even more powerful in the direction we're looking to trade towards this rising support. So once I got into this position, it goes 12 ticks in my direction. I drag my stop to my entry price, which was right here at 14.69. And I end up trailing down from there. Now I had a final target down here at 14.64. The reason I had it there is because of this rising support. I put it right in front of that rising support just so I could ensure that I get a fill, and I did not want to wait until this final target down here. So what had happened was it went 12 ticks in my direction. I took my stop, I drug it to my entry price, and then ended up getting like 26 ticks in my direction, so I was trailing. Ended up getting a 12 tick stop out, basically a trail stop out at the time. So that's how I managed that position, but that's the reason I got into it. The reason this video, I wanted to talk about using multiple areas. So whether are multiple indicators to find a certain price area. So we had support become new resistance, and we had a Fibonacci cluster here in the direction of the momentum band here to the downside. So we had a lot of conviction that we wanted to see this market sell off. So a little bit slow today. We, like I said, we only had 3 trades. Here's the actual crude live market now, guys. Sorry to get a little bit choppy here. But as you can see, here's where it looks just like that last snapshot. One thing is the market's played out ever since. And you can see ultimately it did work its way down here to 64, but I wasn't really willing to stomach anything to get it there. I wanted to see, hey, we had a really good area, so I wanted to see it pretty much shoot down there, grab my target, and then do its chop. But since it's chopped, I was more than happy to trail, take plus 12 out of this on a single contract, and call it a pretty good day. So that's it for today, guys. Just 3 trades. It's been a little bit slow the last couple weeks in the market, so you know our trade numbers have been down a little bit, but price numbers have not. So that's about it for today. If you got any questions, come by directiontrader.com. Take a trial in the live trading room and come watch us trade and see if it's something you're interested in learning from. So that's it for today. You guys have a good afternoon.